Traditionally, at the end of a banger meeting, the last race is the Destruction Derby. The real business of the meeting, of course, has gone earlier with the more orthodox races. Some of the cars by now are getting a little battered, and so it doesn't really matter if, in fact, they finish up being completely written off. And that's what's going to happen to most of these cars. In fact, there's only one winner in a Destruction Derby, and that is the last car that is left running. But of course, if you want to be the last one running, the simplest way to achieve that is to simply get rid of the opposition as quickly as you can. You can poke them into somebody else, stuff them into the fence, turn them over, spin them out, push them onto the grass, whatever you like. And although the flag is not yet down, they're still getting themselves started very early on in this one. At least 130 is. Well, the flag is down now, and it's a case really of anything goes. There's no lap scoring, there's no time limit, except that a wallop like that into the fence post, of course, reduces your time in the race somewhat drastically. 123, looking for a happy new year. Don't know whether he's going to get one. Oh dear, I don't think 118 is going to go a great deal further. That's Sean Alsop. Yes. And he's got a little bit of a problem there, a slight traction problem. The inner track marker tyre jammed underneath well and truly, and there's just no grip left. Just 1 horsepower there, and it proved on this occasion not to be sufficient for poor old Bob Alderman. Slight modifications to the front end there, restricting visibility. 59 finds himself, Jeff Bowen finds himself in the fence. 242, who we saw earlier on in the fence, now seems to have ground to a halt somewhat. Oh, he's got a bit of reverse gear if he hasn't got anything else. I don't think anyone would swap that last one. 129 is Mick Conlon, and he seems to have got something personal with poor old 114 Mick Davies. They're going to back off and try again? I'm not sure. Grizzly heading for the fence fast. Oh, and in a few more pile as well. The secret, of course, is to immobilise the others without doing yourself, and that's really is the trick of the whole thing. And the back end is often favourite for that, because obviously it's less vulnerable. Pete Agate in 197, just doing a little pirouette there. Oh, and 559 has decided to rejoin Barry Taylor. He's back in again. He obviously got himself off that tyre. A wee bit warm at the front, but that doesn't matter. No, definitely nobody would want to swap that for anything. Rasho looking for trouble. He's got the right wagon to do it in there. Good view, sitting nice and high up. Somebody's old coat hanging on the back by the look of it. Someone's definitely taken exception to the back end of that, because it's getting lower and lower and lower to the ground. Going to drive straight in a minute. We're 225. Graham Lashley. Yes, Maurice Jenkins going well there. Well, there's 225, the shortened version. And a slight bit of overheating there from poor old 123, Terry Bowdry. He's got to make a fairly rapid exit. I think that's steam rather than smoke, in fact. But one way or another, he's got problems. He just gets out in time by the look of that. Rather lucky there, as things are getting well underway there now. Chris Colliver, the Banger World Champion, just backing out of trouble there and going in search of some more. Roger Wilkinson in number 20. Slight lack of water, but that won't bother Roger. He'll soon be back in there. 25 and 58 locking horns or bumpers or doors, whatever they can get. Oh, and the fire as the driver getting back into 123. Now, I don't quite know why. That was the one that was on fire a moment or two ago. The fire seems to have gone out. Maybe that's a cue to put his belts back on and rejoin. There are those, like you could see a moment, there were some flames still there. Chris Colliver getting a little bit of gentle persuasion from 152 Graham Poulter. Both seasoned banger drivers. That's the way to get things moving. Chas Taylor. There's Kermit, 223. Barry Bould from Croydon. Oh, and things are still merrily blazing away. But in fact, I think it's not 123. I think it's the bonnet of the other one. That's the bonnet of the other one that's actually going. Yes, and it's not catching, so he's back in again. And 114, Mick Davis. Hauling his bulk around. Oh, until Mick Conran stopped him. And take that! The heavy brigade arrive in the big Leyland van. Ah, there's Roger Wilkinson. He's still there. A lot of steam now, a lot of smoke. In the commentary box, we can see a distinct smell of burning rubber. And Basho is bashing on round. That's, I think, it's 152, isn't it? Yes, it's Graham Poulter. And the Hulk is going to get his comeuppance in a minute, by the look of it. Take that for the fence. He disappears off, and Basho carries on. Well, now we're down to about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 left now. And funnily enough, of the 8, about half of them are these big ones. So there must be something in... Ooh, to the left, and spinning around. Oh, the Hulk I see just went through. I think he's going still. Basho is still going. Of course, it doesn't matter which way round you go. If you suddenly decide you want to go in the opposite direction and face the traffic, well, who cares? Chris Colliver ploughing past Roger Wilkinson. Oh, onto the grass. Now, that could be a mistake. Oh, no, luckily his back wheels are still on. Terra relatively firmer. And the Hulk now is really taking on the big boys now. It's really decided to let Grizzly Adams know what it's all about. Not having too much effect, it has to be said. I think he did actually scratch the paintwork slightly there. Roger Wilkinson trying to join in, but arriving on the scene a little too late. Auto-Duet just shrugs off the advances of 114 with a slight look of disdain, and Basho, I think, has had it. 152 has had it, yes. Basho bails out. 428 is now trying to reverse all over the Hulk. Now then, Roger, what can Roger Wilco find? We're down to about 1, 2, maybe 2 or 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, and if the Hulk's going, we're down to 4. If not, there's 3. I don't think... he's trying hard. He is trying very hard to get it going. Chris Colliver's going in 74. Roger Wilkinson is going in 20. And I think the only other runner at the moment is that other big van, 428 Grizzly. I think we're down to 3. And here's 2 of them. And Roger Wilco is about to get his comeuppance, or come downance, or go forwards. Now then, find a fence post and bang him into it. Or hang him on it. Now then, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're going to have a battle, I think, at the end here between the 2 big ones. Here they come. Is 428 going to join forces with 74? I don't think Roger Wilkinson's going to go a lot further. It's going to be between these 2 big ones, I think. 428 is one of them. Now let's have a look. Is Roger Wilkinson? Yes, I think, yes, Roger Wilkinson is still going. Roger Wilco is going. One leaping up and down on his roof there. A complete frustration. I think that was probably the Hulk who's had it. Missed. Round we go. Let's see if we can get him coming back the other way. No, we're going to chase him. We're going to chase him. Right, now then he's chasing the van. He's right hand down. No signals. Look at that. Total inconsiderate. You see, he just turned right there. No signal, nothing. He's got a splendid view, of course, up there. Absolutely lord and master of all he surveys. But little does he know that Roger is after him. Here comes Rog. Oh, and the attack coming in from the other side as well. These are the last 3. Now, they're getting together for a conference. He says, yes, now, shall we do that little one? Shall we? Yeah, let's find him. OK, we'll have him. We'll have him in a minute. The trouble is, in this great big thing, he can't see where he's been. He can see where he's going, but he's not too good on where he's been. Now then, Chris Colliver in 74, Grizzly Adams in 428, and if he's still going, Roger. So Roger is finished. Roger Wilkinson in number 20 is finished. And he's out, I'm afraid. There we are, that's the end of his challenge, and that just leaves these 2. Now, is it going to be size, or is it going to be weight? scraping transit against the Leyland. Ford versus Leyland. At the moment, he's expending an awful lot of energy, petrol and rubber, but he's not really having a great deal of effect because the big Leyland one is just sitting there quietly cruising around. He's got to get a head of steam on here, I think, really, to do anything effective, unless he can really push him hard enough to get him into some park motors or a fence post. I reckon this could actually go on forever. I think there's someone trying to overtake behind you. Why did you open the doors and let him in? They're going to have to back off, I think, and actually do a running jump with each other. Now, put alongside, have a word with him. Scraping him onto that car won't do it. Ah! Now then, time for drastic action. This is the moment when decisions happen. Oh, they're going to park on the grass and have a picnic. Slow motion wheel spin there. Ah, now maybe that's a cunning technique. Park him on the grass and he can't get going again, and that way you'll win. He's cracked it. He has cracked it. I think he has too, because it is the last car running. No. Grizzly's not going to give up that easily. Oh no. Right, now then, what are the tactics going to be? Because I think we've got to reappraise the tactics of this, because we've got one car on one side of the track, one van on one side, and this one on the other. They're both proceeding at a similar rate. No, they're not. Actually, Chris Colliver is now accelerating to catch the other one, and he's going to have a bit of speed on now. He's going to have a bit of speed on, and this could be it. This could be it. Well, I've never been so underwhelmed. Come on, lads, get together, have a discussion and sort it out between you. Oh, you want to park there, do you? Right, okay. I think the biggest danger in this event at the moment is that they're going to run out of petrol. Now, I think one of the... Yes, 428 Grizzly is trying to say, why don't you turn around and go the other way, and then we'll have a sort of crunch. But, you know, I think I'll park you there, he says. That's all very well, but it isn't actually going to stop either of them. Oh, no, you're not escaping that way. Oh, no, you don't. What we really want is 428 to nip off around the track in one direction, 74 in the other, and then hope that the twain shall meet. Chris Colliver is not keen on letting him go, and a quick touch of the reversing, straight down the side is the technique, maybe. I think he's trying to tell him something. Ah, now at last they're face to face for the first time. Now Chris Colliver's backing off. Is that just to give himself a little more distance? I think that's to give him a bit more distance. Are they actually going to face each other now? No, Grizzly's clearing off. And has Colliver made the mistake? Has Colliver stopped and can't get going again? That could be it. I think he might have done himself. I think he's got himself hooked on that parked car. There's not a lot of grip there. Not a lot of grip, and in fact, that's it. 74, Chris Colliver is out. And the last one running is 428, Grizzly Adams. Well, what a marathon event that was. But Chris Colliver only had himself to blame, and that is the winner of our Destruction Derby. Well, we thought it was all over, but in actual fact, 74 has got himself going again. But he wasn't quick enough.